Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, check. Hey! Me, I got this. Let's go. Towards the mark, boy, 52. I'm coming. Run.
Mayfield down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Play fake. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Hey, alert! 52, right 52.
After the sack on first down, Mayfield. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
180! 52 right here. 52. Point it right.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
They'll run on first down. It's Turner, and he's got down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
It's now 2nd and 4.
Go. 14. Check 3. Gun.
Here's Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
He's checking. 4 down.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Green 80. Push left. 6 man. Check. Check curls. Check. Check 52. Okay. Shit.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, man. Alert. 18.
Now Wilson. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 13 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
I'm coming. Alert 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Dumps it off to Gurley. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now Wilson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Alert, 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 alert.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mayfield on first down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 18 yards. First down, Niners.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a first down carry by Bell. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
King. Go. Double dog. That's the way.
From the 36, Mayfield caught here by Bell. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Come on, that. Bang out. Bam. Jump. Right there in the middle, 55. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike 55.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49ers' 43-yard
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Okay, baby, I see you.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On second down now, it's Turner. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Under 10. Four down.
On third down, Wilson being chased out left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
I'm coming after you. After you. Mike. Go. Check, 55, Mike.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Keep playing hard.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Touchdown, LA! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. They'll keep it on the ground. Milton. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson now off the bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Joker, 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 Joker. 36 power.
To try again after the sack. Wilson, he's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56. Right there, 56. Blue gun.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Sponge. No.
On 2nd down, Milton. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Quick edge. Regular. Check nickel. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Shift. Watch out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs.
Undercrush. Slam.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
6-6, pull it high. 5-2's the Mike 5-2. I'm going to come back to you. Hey, alert 33. Run.
First down, Mayfield. And this is incomplete.
The struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
On second down now. Milton, and he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter.
LOL's good footwork.
Rams 28, 49ers nothing.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go now. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Hey, exit. Switch. Now.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Manning. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the
Set ready. 18 Gator.
55. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Kill, kill, kill.
Greystone travel. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
55.
Go.
Throwing on first down. King going left side here, and it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On the set.
94 is the mark. All right. Here we go.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, let's get there. 94 is the mark. 94.
Now.
All
On first down, Turner. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
We go set. 30 base.
I got it. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check 31, check 31.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Big edge, big edge, big edge. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Kill, 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 kill. General West. 25. Get it.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
And the 49er first down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, zoom.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Ready?
And they give this time to the tailback. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On the ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. And that's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Hard, hard.
Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now.
2nd and 10. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Marcus Davenport in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Ready.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Five.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
The quarterback on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 3-yard line.
Line of scrimmage back at their own 3 now as they come up 2nd and long. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Rams, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.